Hit it, Maestro.
Go, ready to go.
All right. Good morning, guys. We're coming to you live from Talk Visual 305. We're downtown Homestead. I am Demmetrius Knowles. That's my right hand, Julio Guzman. We have some amazing news for you guys today. We would like to drop some crumbs in your ear. Part of our podcast simply is about bringing, leaving some crumbs for the next generation and bringing some hot topic stuff for our downtown. We really love being downtown, and we would like to see it become the place to come. So Julio, as we start our morning, what say you, man?
First thing I want to do is thank the audience. Thank the audience for following us, for supporting us. But please let somebody know, if you know somebody that wants to keep up to date with things that are going on in Homestead and the surrounding areas, like and subscribe. Do us that favor, please. If you're a friend of ours, please like and subscribe so we can continue to grow and bring you these great conversations that we have with amazing people throughout our community.
And I think it's Talk Visual 305 on YouTube, guys. Talk Visual 305 on YouTube. We're also on all major platforms for our podcast. Now we're on Apple, Amazon.
I was driving to Orlando and I was listening to some of the interviews we had way back when we started. Very interesting conversation.
A lot of great persons came on, and we truly thank them for what they have done. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to Avanti Way. Thanks to Advanced Cellular Wireless. Thanks for Yardie Spice. Thanks for CK at his office, Stoner. Thanks for the city. Thank you to the Speedway. Thank you to the mayor. Thank you to the mayor of Florida City. You guys and all of the different persons we've brought on. We have a lot of sponsors that have actually showed their support. So we're looking for new ones to come on. Any type of topics you'd like for us to cover briefly that's going to leave good crumbs for the next generation. We're all for.
Also, South Florida Barber Schools too.
Albert, yes. We will be remiss if we didn't mention Albert. He would put us in a headlock today. But thank you. I mean, obviously, there's so many out there that we have not probably said thank you to, but we wanted to say it as a whole. Thank you all for tuning in. You could be doing a lot of things, and you choose to come on for an hour with us or 30 minutes, depending on what day we're having and what's going on. So, Julio, what's going on, man?
Well, what I've been seeing in the news lately, a lot of chatter about what's going on with the Haitian community and the temporary protective status.
Yeah, our hearts goes out to those guys, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that the Haitian community understands that we stand with you, we stand beside you, and we don't think it's right what the federal government is doing right now with the TPS. I mean, just think about my family, our families, they had to go through the same thing in order to get to this country and give us the opportunities that we've been able to, to have here and to dream and to become who we've become only through, the immigration status that the country had back then.
Yeah.
So I don't like what's happening. What have you heard?
No, nothing personal. Just more so what everyone else has been hearing. Obviously, it's their status has been has expired, and it seemed to be now in a different state. We're not attorneys, so this is only our personal opinions. We would like to see them have some extended stay, like other countries that have access to this country. This is the diamond. In our opinion. So anyone that wish their lives and their family lives to come here and to be able to go back to a country some of them has never known, or in the state that it's in, I don't know. It's almost like sending them into harm's way.
Sending them strictly. What the Ohio governor said is that you're sending them to hell.
Right.
Basically, if you send them back because it's chaos what's going on in Haiti.
Right. So obviously, I really hope that there can be some intervention to kind of correct some of the problems. Yes, there's good and bad in every background. So I hope that they see the good in it and then look at it from the humanitarian side of this conversation. So, I mean, we wanted to come on and say, hey, our heart goes out to, we are praying. We hope they get an extended stay. We hope they can get that resolved for those who are doing the right things the right way. We do appreciate that. And obviously, there's a list of things that persons can talk about, but let's talk about the good and what you see.
And I think Miami-Dade County probably has the largest concentration of, Haitian immigrants in the entire country.
Right.
So the stories that you can hear about how this is affecting families, how it's disrupting families, there could be endless amounts of stories with
Yeah.
the deportations that may happen with the Haitian community. So
Yeah.
again,
So, as we talk to the immigration attorneys out there and anyone that's out there in that space that wish to come on and drop some crumbs of, what are some of the things that those persons that's out there can do to kind of help, obviously seek professional help. It's important. Guys, follow the roadmap to those persons, whomever they may be in their space. So, on that topic, I just want to say, guys, Talk Vision 305 are with you in those regards. We wish, they would have the extended stay.
Right.
My heart bleeds for that because we, at some point, all of us came here in a certain manner. So, and we wanted to make sure that, hey, we're with you. One love to you guys. We're praying for that to kind of have an extended stay.
Yeah.
So, on another note, sir, what else we have going on downtown Homestead?
we've got the infrastructure upgrades that have recently started with the Krome Avenue and the Flagler, South Flagler Avenue infrastructure upgrades. That is to enhance
Right.
the infrastructure that has been
Long overdue. Long
deferred.
overdue. long overdue.
Some overdue maintenance there. So they're
Right.
finally starting to do that. But we want everybody to know exactly what's happening, what you can expect if you come to downtown. The project started the 27th, which is 2 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're starting to rip up the roads. You're going to start seeing a lot of construction material. You're going to start
Yeah.
seeing a lot of construction vehicles. However, Krome Avenue will still have 2 lanes going both north and south.
Hopefully, right? Obviously, the intent is to kind of have minimal impact to the businesses. My business is downtown. I know that the impact is always felt. We're trying to revitalize downtown to make it good for, like any downtown, right? Every downtown wants its downtown to be the place to go,
thrive.
to see it do well, and it's important for us here. You got to go to some pain points, and we're willing to take that journey as long as we see the light at the end of the tunnel. We don't want no 20-year vision.
Right.
We want to see you get in and get out, do it the right way the first time, have the infrastructure forecasted 5 to 10 years out to have all of the things. We want to see fiber or whatever else that's going in the ground. And thank you, we have fiber now running through. But whatever else that you conceive that the future looks like for downtown.
So some of the information that the city has put out is the existing bike lanes are going to be closed.
Right.
The cyclists have to share the road
Right.
with the vehicles using
So be careful.
shared lane markings. The on-street parking
Right.
will be removed, temporarily removed. So if you've got a business and people typically like to park right outside, put something out there, let your customers know that temporary parking is going to be removed.
Right.
And the Lucy Street trolley, that's going to
Okay.
be temporarily delayed as well. So if you had plans on using the trolley,
You have to redirect your map per se and kind of catch the trolley at a different stop. I think it stops around town. They don't necessarily have to stop the one here. I think they have other areas that they stop.
have you ever used a trolley?
I've never used
I
it.
haven't used a trolley either.
Maybe one day we should use a trolley.
I think we should, because I know that at one point it was taking people to the Everglades.
Right.
Taking people to the Everglades.
So
but I've
as the
never used
Homestead Station, guys, that's one of their main stops. I see a lot of tourists comes to the Homestead Station to catch the trolley. Obviously, it's a nice big station. It has 7 stories, so parking is covered. Your car is not hot when you get in it. So that's one of the cool things. Obviously, the rates are not bad considering where the other downtowns rates are off the charts. And I don't know if they'll lift that option based on the road being under construction. So maybe to be determined what's going to happen there. I don't know if it's a private entity that's doing that, but nonetheless, downtown is guys are getting a facelift. Losness Park is always right now booming. I see a lot of good things happens there. They had the soccer
The watch party.
and they have jazz stuff, and they also have a reggae karaoke stuff going on. So it's a lot going on. The CRA team, man, is doing an amazing job. Shout out to Jared and Leslie.
Yeah.
You guys just wanted to shout you out. You guys are doing
Malika.
amazing. Malika doing an amazing job. Keep doing what you're doing. Obviously you have our support and the things you got going on.
So the trolley also stops right here in front of the Main Street Museum, and I think there's an opportunity for the city to do something with the museum, because anytime you're having visitors come from out of town, They want a good museum experience.
Right. They want to know the history. And Homestead has a lot of history.
A ton of history. I mean, we were the second city to be incorporated in Miami-Dade County. I think the hours of operation should be extended.
Well, I think the museum needs an overhaul. I mean, obviously they should have it. I think they should take the second, third floor of the Cybarium and make it a nice place for persons to visit, enhance it a little bit. In my opinion, I think I think it's ripe and ready to have the museum at the Cybarium. I mean, that's modern. It kind of ties into what the Cybarium has going on. It's a museum. It'll bring attraction to it.
Yeah.
It's opened. There's a lot of history in that place. So, in my opinion, I think we should use the.
It's a win-win because the Cybarium is the first of its kind in the country.
Yeah.
So you're already getting attraction from people that have never been to that type of library. So imagine you now add the museum to it with all the history that Homestead has. I think it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. And so, if any of you officials listening to our podcast out there, we will definitely be on board with making moving the museum across the street into the Cybarium. You have a 7-story worth of parking, or just park in the street like you have been doing. So you have the options there. So my opinion would be definitely to move it over there. So I'm all for it. Downtown is looking beautiful. Obviously, the streetscape is kind of going to be even better once they're done with the landscaping.
And if you go back on our Instagram, you'll see what that streetscape looks like.
Right.
Because we've got some very good images on what's to come, what the vision for downtown Homestead is planning. So a lot of cool things happening in downtown Homestead.
Guys, over the years, we've had tons of guests, so far. And if you go back into Talk Visual 305 on YouTube, you will see all of the different persons we've brought on and the crumbs they have left in their own space. We would hope that anyone out there that have not been on our podcast, please reach out, because we would love to have you on if you have something to share, to leave some crumbs for the next generation. Our platform is strictly about leaving crumbs for the next generation. And anything that we see that's going on in and around downtown, we all lived and work here. And we would like to see nothing more than to have our city looking shiny.
That's right. Exactly.
Because I've been to some place it's shiny. I've seen, like in Japan, the roads, you almost can eat off the floor, I want that kind of effect, not to eat off the floor, but that kind of look that is so clean and neat. And that's our approach that we definitely want to take for downtown Homestead.
I remember when I visited Spain, they had almost like, it was like a fire truck that would come out early in the morning, let's say like 5:30 in the morning, and they would use fire hoses. These were women. These were women using fire hoses just to kind of pressure wash their downtown areas. And then when people would wake up, and because it's a very walkable city, when people would wake up, you're walking onto beautifully clean streets.
Jeez.
And I think we should take note of that and apply some of those great ideas that other people have.
I do believe in, our city is not, we're not in a dictatorship, so we believe in the fact that we can definitely listen to some fresh ideas from others out there that make sense, and kind of bring it to council and see whether or not they can help get those type of smart ideas passed.
That's right.
We are current, we're new, we refresh. We're part of the young generation that's coming now, that's here, that wants to see our city do better. So as we grow, please bear with us. Obviously, as we go to our CRA meetings and listening to our the other council meetings and being entrenched in our community, because we only want to see our community do well. So for any of you guys that's out there, like and subscribe. Julio, what else you got going on? I heard you got some good news that you wanted to drop to our audience.
Really great news. Really great news.
Yes, sir. Let's hear it.
I've recently been elected to chair the Homestead Housing Authority.
What?
So that's not only am I humbled, but I'm excited about the work that we are going to do for that organization. And I want to thank my fellow colleagues for confiding in me, for putting their confidence in me.
Right.
And we've got a great group of commissioners there. I think together, that synergy, that energy, we're going to create amazing opportunities for housing. Because housing is a huge issue. It's a huge affordability issue that we are having in Miami-Dade County.
So give us a little more insight. What is it that you guys do there? I've never visited any of the meetings, and I obviously I know it exists because of the things I do, but I do know I would like to know more about.
So
What you guys do?
the Homestead Housing Authority is one of three in Miami-Dade County. There's Miami-Dade Choice Voucher, there's Hialeah Housing Authority, and Homestead Housing Authority, which is the furthest south. And the Housing Authority gives subsidized vouchers for people that need help for housing. And it also gives subsidized housing for farm workers as well.
Okay.
So given the amount of property, the increase in appreciation, it's hard to afford properties in Miami-Dade County.
Especially now.
With the influx of all the millionaires and billionaires coming to Miami-Dade County, we have become the most expensive city to live in the United States. That surpasses San Francisco, New York. It surpasses everyone.
Wow.
So yet the salaries haven't kept up with the same pace.
Right.
So if you live in New York or you live in San Francisco, typically the salaries are higher, but here in Miami-Dade County, they have not kept up at the same pace. So now,
why do you think that is?
I don't know, industries haven't migrated here yet, but I think it may start to happen now.
Right.
You know, because a lot of the financial companies are now starting to create their headquarters here in Miami-Dade County. So I think salaries should start to go up.
Right.
But we want to know, how does that trickle down to here, to Homestead?
Right, Homestead.
How do we get to benefit from whatever's going on in Miami-Dade County? How can we position ourselves to benefit so that we can create a self-sustaining city?
All I know is that all roads seem to lead to Homestead. You know, we're now becoming more the frontline conversation to a lot of things that's happening. The stadium that's being constructed.
Sports Performance Hub.
The Sports Performance Hub. The, Harb.
They're going to upgrade Harris Field. There's a proposal to upgrade Harris Field now.
So that's going to be now something as a plug, just so you know, that's the Sports Performance Hub is also taking on the challenge of, is it a donation to the process, or how is that happening where they're able to also update Harris Field?
Well, they're gonna get a concession agreement where they can operate, the facility, a part of the facility, not the entire Harris Field.
Right.
So that when you go to the stadium, which was Orange Bowl Stadium, a lot of football games are played there. It hasn't been upgraded in a very long time.
No,
so now
very
you get this company that specializes in making these amazing stadiums.
Right.
That's going to be another win for the city of Homestead. So I think a lot of great things are happening in the city of Homestead. We're going to now be able to have, tournaments. For a long time, when I was in Little League and played baseball, you had to go away. You had to go to Tampa. You had to go to Orlando. You had to go to Jacksonville when you wanted to participate in these tournaments, because they had the infrastructure, they had the facilities that you could enjoy it.
Why not us?
Yeah, why not us? It's that
why
time.
not us? It's I think it's Homestead's turn. I think that we have the brain power, we have the infrastructure, we have the land. We can revitalize the area. For those forward thinkers out there, I think it's time now to stop sitting on the sideline, get in the game. Don't stay on the sideline complaining about things we woulda, coulda, shoulda done. Make an impact now. Make your voice heard to help improve moving forward. We can't sit idle, leaving it alone. Unfortunately, leaving it alone for the most part does not work. Obviously, we want to keep some of the history of Homestead, and I don't think that will be tampered with.
Right.
I think that we need to modernize a lot of things, like a batting cage. Batting cages. I think I keep hearing about having the batting cages at Harris Field.
It'd be great if it were like a simulation, like a simulated batting cage.
Right.
That would be really cool, because that's what they have in Japan and some of these other places.
But it's fun to talk about these things, because it's amazing now we are those guys now that are talking about it. I think we're one of the first podcasts around that simply are focusing on things that goes on in and around Homestead. So we wanted to make sure that when we talk about stuff, we've done our homework, and we're a part of a team that's doing stuff that's in a positive way, like the Rotary, like the MAC and like the Chamber and all these different outfits that's here, and the VFW and all of those different outfits that's helping do things the right way for the right reasons.
You were at the last council meeting when they had the organizer or the operator of the food hall.
Oh,
remember
yes,
the food hall?
yes, okay.
And that still hasn't been ratified. It hasn't been, they haven't finalized their negotiations, but You know, when we're sitting on the sidelines and we're in downtown,
right,
we want to see something happen there.
Well, think about downtown. People come there. They're looking for typically a bar, if it is a bar. If you're looking for a restaurant, or you're looking for something for a friendly walk-in working environment.
Right.
And for that to be sitting for however many years, right? My opinion. I think that something should be done. I don't think it should be sitting on. I don't think the city should be owning it, or if it's a lease owned type of stuff, whatever that agreement structure is. I just think that they need to look at it and see how it can work out for what's in the best interest. But if you're sitting on it every month or day that it's been sitting on, your ROI is becoming
right.
widened.
Well, we've got some really competent people, not only on the city council but also at the CRA.
Right.
And I think they're going to somehow
close the gap.
They're going to negotiate and they're going to meet at a happy medium so that hopefully we can get that food hall here.
Right.
Because I think it is needed. It would be a catalyst to to attract other businesses to start coming down here.
You know, as we do investing, right? And you says, well, why wouldn't I want to come down? Why should I come downtown? First, are they friendly to my company? What are the surrounding areas, right? When you pull comps on the area, has that changed? Most importantly, why are you going to this side of town versus this side of town when you can simply have breaks? Why wouldn't, when you come to Homestead, you're immediately looking for this massive break, but when you go to the Gables, or if you go to the Palmetto Bays or City Doral, you're paying you're doing the normal negotiating. So I feel that as we do our think forward motion, we should also think that if you want to see the best here, but we have to see it. I want to see it in our lifetime.
Yeah.
So I believe in that they have some bright minds, and I believe that it can happen. I believe it should happen, and we're going to do our best to hopefully try to make it happen if we can, from our voice and from your voice that's watching too. So guys, anything that you see that's happening downtown, I mean, obviously the lights, the sinking of the lights, I'm sure as the mayor and everyone else says, we're all feeling that pain point about those turning in that damn arm. It
right.
sucks now, and then when school is in, it becomes worse. So I hope that they can get that together, you know?
I know you've heard me say this before in the past, Demmetrius, but I'm a big fan of Graziano's Market. They are a very, very great concept, and I think they would work.
Okay.
I think they would work well here. So
Graziano's.
what I think we should start doing is having those operators and those business owners come on our podcast and
right.
tell us why they like or do not like Homestead and the surrounding area, or whatever the case may be. But we want to know if we are one of the largest cities in Dade County.
Right.
There are consumers here.
Right.
And the consumers that are here want to consume quality products.
Right.
We don't want to have to continue to get out and drive away to consume quality products. So I want to ask the question directly to the owners.
Right.
What is keeping you from investing in the city of Homestead?
Right. I mean, we have the airport right there. We have Snibley's out there. And we have Damari's and all these other big outfits, the Algers and everyone else that's out there, the Carpenters, and everyone else that happens to have a business here or not here anymore, but a big outfit. Why would I want to do business in your downtown? And if I do, how difficult is it to acquire the property or to carve out a piece that you need? Like in this Homestead Station, I'll poke at that for a minute. I've been there. I'm going on my lease is running up soon, and by December I have to make a decision. And it's already almost 7 years I've been in the plaza, and I'm still the only person on the front line in that beautiful 7-story building.
Right.
I think at some point, is it the realtors that simply, is it a write-off? Why is it that they're not focusing on renting that space out? I mean, putting restaurants in it. It's a beautiful beacon. It's the castle.
Yeah.
It's an empty castle. Yes, the outskirts are being filled, but the front line should definitely be one that, hey, restaurants should be flocking to want to be there because it's the anchor 7-story. Go on the 7th floor and you look at the cityscape at night of the city of Homestead from the 7th story building there. 7-story of parking. So guys, we need your help. We can definitely do better. We want to make sure that Talk Visual 305 is dropping some good crumbs in your ear. If you have any comments, please, you can leave it in there and we'll read it and kind of bring it to life at our next meeting. So we would definitely want to hear from you guys of what you think Talk Visual 305 should go after as far as conversation to kind of leave some good crumbs for the next generation.
We already have an idea of what's going to the east side. You know, First Watch, Miller's Ale House.
Yeah.
We have an idea of what's going there. Tell us what you guys would love to see on the west side. What would you like to see in downtown?
Old Homestead.
I'd love to see Graziano's. I'd love to see, some better lounges, some nice entertainment that you could not only do on the weekends, but you could do for lunch, for dinner. We'd love to see that here in downtown.
When you say the Redlands, what comes to mind?
Agriculture, large parcels, beautiful castles, beautiful estates. That's what I see in the Redland. And by the way, our Rotarian member, Bob Houston, says we should not continue to say Redlands, plural. It's Redland. Redland, right? He's corrected me on a few occasions saying, hey, it's not Redland, plural, it's Redland.
Redland. The fact that once you mention the word the Redlands or the Redland, you simply understand that, history, agriculture, but there's a lot of money there.
There's affluence there.
There's bottom line. Pull that out of your pocket. There's a lot of money in the Redlands. There's a lot of wealthy individuals in the Redlands. The weight of Homestead sometimes passes through the Redlands. So I don't understand why. Maybe it's by design that it's being not talked about enough. But we can use them to kind of help push the initiative that Homestead needs more downtown idea.
Yeah.
We need more. We need more help, guys. So, guys, Julio, anything else you wanted to talk about? I mean, obviously, we had our special guest. He had a sort of minor, what you would call it?
He had a hiccup, but we'll have Rep. Kevin Chambliss. Hopefully we can get him on next week, and he can tell us all about his journey into being a House Representative for Florida, District 117.
And I would like to know more about what the House Representative of our district do. What is his initiative? And what is it? How is that going? And what is his forecast for the next 3 to 5 years? For the housing community too. I mean, I'm sure he's plugged in there. And even we have to check in with the mayors, obviously of Florida City and any Palmetto Bay, our little circle of persons we do know. We would like to know. But I know that you just came back from some R&R, man. How was that?
Yeah, I went to Epic Universe, the new theme park.
Right. How was that?
It was a really good experience. Especially for my son JC, he had the time of his life. We wanted to do something.
He got on those rides?
Cool. He got on those rides. One of the rides that I enjoyed the most was the Harry Potter. When you walk in there, you feel like you're in a real subway.
Right.
And if you watch the Harry Potter movies, you go up on these elevators and it takes you to this new dimension.
Yeah.
Very, very cool ride. It was hot, and the express pass is expensive,
right?
Especially during this time of year.
Well, I think there's another one level up from that. It's the VIP version, right?
Yeah.
It's like $400 just for that. So obviously, when you go to Orlando, it's like going to Hawaii. Don't complain about the prices. You know where you are. Once you land or once you drive there and you connect, once you fly to Hawaii, hey, just hand it over. Just cough it up. It's like going to the Bahamas. I just got back. It's always good to go home and have some R&R. And so, obviously they say you live where your vacation where persons live. We visited some sites with the family and some enjoyable sites. I'm biased to Eleuthera. As you say, Eleuthera, in the Bahamas. Obviously, guys, for those who travel, you know that Eleuthera is one of those places it's special, man. The pink sand beaches, the water so clear. Yeah. The food is amazing. There is no fast food restaurants over there, which is the key. And I'm hoping to keep it that way. I hope they keep it that way as the new government now continue on. So keep doing what you guys are doing. You're doing an amazing job. The elected official there, Clay Sweden, shout out to him and all of his team, Danielle and crew. But we wish you guys the best out there. Homestead.
Well, I think we're going to wrap up. We want to thank our audience, Doc Visual 305. We're always here. We're going to continue to bring you great conversations with good community leaders. So stay tuned next week. See you soon.
Peace out, guys. See you soon. CRA meeting. If you're